The View is in crisis, and this time it's because of Karoline Leavitt, the bold conservative voice who turned their smear campaign into an $800 million lawsuit. That's right. The View is now begging her to stop, with a case that could wreck the show and bring down stars like Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, and Sunny Hostin. Insiders say they're pleading behind closed doors for Karoline to ease up. So what exactly did The View say to land in this much trouble? What was Karoline's powerful response that sent their legal team scrambling? And will ABC finally shut down The View before it gets worse? You'll want to hear it all. But first, hit that like button and subscribe for more breaking updates. Subscribed? Great, let's jump in.
Democrats in the media are now unloading all their nasty attacks on rising Trump White House star and new press secretary, Karoline Leavitt.
Let's break it down. Once again, The View targeted Karoline Leavitt, mocking her, belittling her, and tossing out baseless accusations. This time, it was Joy Behar who took it too far, smugly claiming Karoline's success wasn't earned through talent or effort, but just because Trump thinks she's a 10. Seriously?
Well, listen. If you don't have anything to say, you blab. You just go on and 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 on.
And disgusting speech that any president, certainly in my lifetime, has ever given. He essentially waged war on half of the country by saying that we are all a threat to democracy because we believe in putting America first. It's not radical to want to put your country and your own people first. It's not radical to want to have a strong border, a strong military, and to unleash the might of your own economy, not economies around the world. We have seen cultural Marxism trickling its way through every institution in this country. The public school system, the higher education university system, Hollywood, big tech, the corrupt mainstream media that I fought against in President Trump's White House are indoctrinating my generation of Americans into hating our country, hating one another based on race and gender and sex and all of this other BS, quite frankly.
Meanwhile, Whoopi Goldberg piled on, saying Karoline wouldn't even have a career without wokeness. And Sunny Hostin took her turn too, suggesting Karoline's success was just a result of privilege.
She's probably been put in there because according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. That's what it is.
I want to be clear, though. It's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous...
Oh boy, the outrage came fast. Fans lit up social media, blasting The View for their double standards. One viral comment nailed it. The View says it supports women unless they're conservative. Then it's open season. But Karoline Leavitt didn't stay quiet. She didn't brush it off. She got her lawyers, hit back hard, and went straight for The View's wallet.
I would like this young lady this is her first job, I would like her to do a little homework. Because she said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to you. Because without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah.
Because women were not invited to that table. Women were not invited to many tables in this nation. The reason we fought and busted our behinds to make sure that you didn't have to worry about this. And now to hear you talk about it and to hear anybody talk about the wokeness was put in place for a reason. Because Black people couldn't get into colleges. Because women could not get into the colleges they wanted to go to. This is all women. Yeah. See, this is not Black, Asian women. This is all women. Women were not invited to this party. It was a man's world, and we busted our asses to make sure that this was a person's.
Instead of wasting time on social media drama, Karoline went straight to the point. She filed a massive $800 million lawsuit against The View, accusing them of defamation, slander, and trying to ruin her career. This isn't just a legal move, it's a major shot at the whole media establishment. Reports say The View's legal team is in full panic mode. Why? Because Karoline isn't just defending herself. She's going after what she says is a pattern of targeting conservative voices. And now ABC is scrambling. Executives are furious, trying to fix the fallout before advertisers bail. But honestly, it might already be too late.
Do not agree with these despicable women on The View. They are wildly out of touch with the vast majority of Americans, and frankly, they should seek immediate.
And now comes the truly awkward part. Behind closed doors, the hosts of The View are reportedly pleading with Karoline to settle the case quietly. That's right. Joy Behar, who mocked Karoline on national TV, is now trying to protect herself. Whoopi Goldberg, sources say she's reached out through mutual contacts, hoping to smooth things over before it gets worse. And Sunny Hostin? Her team is seriously worried, with legal experts warning she could be personally responsible for millions in damages. The roles have completely flipped. The once confident hosts are now scrambling to clean up the mess. But Karoline? She's not. Backing down. She sees this as more than just a personal fight. It's about calling out the media for years of unfair attacks and double standards. And her supporters are cheering her on. One viral tweet said it best: Karoline Leavitt is doing what everyone's been waiting for, making The View face the consequences. And just when you think it couldn't get worse for The View, it does.
Straight to the point.
Right now, ABC is in full crisis mode. Top executives are reportedly panicking over how bad this lawsuit could get, and word is that big sponsors are getting cold feet. Some are even thinking about pulling their ads from The View altogether. Honestly, the show has been walking a fine line for years. With Whoopi Goldberg's past suspensions, Joy Behar's constant controversies, and its credibility taking a serious hit, ABC has already been questioning whether to keep the show going. And here's the bottom line. This lawsuit might be the final straw. If the hosts themselves are now begging for it to go away, that says it all. The show's a mess, the network's in chaos, and Karoline Leavitt? She's clearly on the winning side of this fight. So now it's your turn. Should Karoline keep pushing forward? Should The View be held responsible for what was said? And could this really be what brings the show down for good? Share your take in the comments, and before you head out, be sure to like and subscribe for more real-time updates.
Isn't it rich that The View is saying she got the job based on looks when DEI is all about based on